So I've made it into art school, and that's great, but I kind of find myself thinking, now what? It just feels like there's this giant void and I don't know how to actually start creating things. There are so many different concepts to explore, different mediums to try out, new techniques to look into. It's really easy to get lost sorting through all the different options. But here's the thing, it's not like you can just sit around and wait for something to come and inspire you. You have to be willing to go out there and look for it. And when you do find inspiration, you've got to be willing to take it with you, even if it's a little cumbersome to carry. It's also really important to sort through everything that you found. It may feel easy to just jump straight into a piece, but if you take the time to understand your own inspiration, you'll feel more confident about actually creating with it. Work with the pieces of inspiration you have. Move them around and manipulate them until you have a chance to explore all their possibilities. Even if something doesn't seem entirely relevant, tuck it away for later. You never know when you may need to feel inspired again. Once you actually start working with your ideas, you have to be careful. There are all sorts of distractions out there, and it's easy to get pulled away from your original idea. But if that happens, don't sweat it. This distraction may toss you around for a while, but when you come out of it, you'll find that you have a deeper understanding of your original idea. Sometimes inspiration can come from an unlikely source. Look through what has been tossed into a bin. Just because someone's done with it doesn't mean it can't also inspire you. With materials and idea in hand, all that's left is for you to make the work your own. And once you've done that, it's time to put your work out there. This means receiving outside opinions. Some people may question your work. They may ask why or how. They may not approve of what you've created. Some people may even choose to directly attack your work instead of what it represents. But that's no one's fault. That's just the way it is. They're not inside your brain, nor should they be. That's a space for you and you alone to create. Still, this feedback can hurt, especially when you put so much of yourself into a piece. It's really easy to feel like giving up sometimes. You might find yourself stuck on one particular negative piece of feedback. And when you're focusing on the ground, it's easy to miss all the possible pieces of inspiration that are passing you by. Every once in a while, life will leave you a very special little piece of inspiration, but if you're dwelling on that one negative piece of feedback, it can be really easy to let it slip by. That's not to say you shouldn't feel sad about negativity. It's an inevitability. But just try to remember that no matter what, your ideas are valid. You are unique, and that means that anything you make is a new contribution to the world, and the world would be missing something without your creation. If your idea means something to you, then hold on to it and treasure it, because I promise you that one day, you'll find people who treasure it just as much as you.